Have you ever worked a night shift? That strange, quiet time when the world feels a little off. Well, in a small town in Arkansas, the night shift at a local Walmart turned into something straight out of a nightmare. A story that still gives locals chills. They call it the Walmart Baby. It all started on a Tuesday, just another quiet night. But at precisely 2:14 a.m., the security cameras at the main entrance picked up something unusual. A woman, her face obscured by the grainy footage in the dark of the night, walked up to the automatic doors. She gently placed a baby, wrapped in a simple white blanket, right on the cold concrete just outside the entrance. Then, without a second glance, she turned and vanished into the darkness. The night manager, doing his rounds, spotted the anomaly on his monitor. His heart leaped into his throat. He immediately called the police, his voice trembling as he explained the situation. He kept his eyes glued to the screen, expecting the worst. But by the time the first police cruiser pulled into the parking lot, just a few minutes later, something was wrong. Incredibly wrong. The officers rushed to the entrance, but the baby was gone. The woman was nowhere to be seen either. It was as if they had both evaporated into the night air. The only thing left in the baby's place was a single, solitary shopping cart. It seemed random, maybe just left there by a late-night shopper. But as the officers peered inside, a shiver ran down their spines. The cart was filled to the brim, not with groceries, but with old, dusty VHS tapes, dozens of them stacked haphazardly. There were no labels, no markings, nothing to indicate what they were. Confused and a little spooked, the officers took the cart and the tapes back to the station as evidence. What they found on those tapes would turn this strange incident into an enduring local legend. Back at the station, they popped the first tape into a VCR. The screen flickered to life, showing a familiar scene, the entrance of the very same Walmart. And there, on the screen, was the grainy image of the woman leaving the baby. The footage played out exactly as the security camera had captured it. But then it looped and looped again. 4 hours, the same scene repeated. The woman appears, leaves the baby, and disappears. But here's the part that defies all explanation. On every single tape, the time stump in the corner was frozen. It never changed. It just read 2:14 a.m. They checked another tape, and another, and another. All of them were the same. Identical footage of the baby being left. Over and over, trapped in that single minute of time. It was an impossible, endless loop of a moment that had already passed. The police were baffled. They scoured the area, interviewed everyone who was working that night, and put out an alert for the woman and child. But they found nothing. No records of a missing baby in the area. No witnesses who saw anything. No fingerprints on the tapes or the cart. The woman and the baby, who they now called the Walmart Baby, had simply ceased to exist, leaving behind only their ghostly, repeating image. To this day, the story is whispered about in that small Arkansas town. Some say it was a ghost, a glitch in the Matrix, or a warning from another dimension. Others think it was an elaborate, twisted prank, but no one has ever been able to explain it. The tapes are still locked away in an evidence room, a collection of a single, haunting moment, frozen forever at 2:14 a.m. What do you think happened that night? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy stories that blur the line between the real and the unexplained, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mysteries. See you next time.